Hello viewers, it's your girl Ruby Fangirl, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the prequel novel Godzilla Dominion. And this takes place before, as like I said, Godzilla vs. Kong, and a little bit of foreshadowing for Godzilla the New Empire. So in today's video we're going to look into this prequel novel and I'll tell you everything that's in it. So now let's get into this! Okay, let's get into this. And here is Godzilla Dominion. And look at this cover art. He just looks so freaking cool. Oh, look at that. We'll get to like the big pictures soon, but this is really cool like cover. It really makes you, if you really want to read it. Like, I think that's the reason why a lot of people do really enjoy this prequel novel. And here's some foreshadowing some monsters he's gonna defeat and stuff like that. Godzilla Dominion. At least this one's a lot more better than Jurassic World Dominion, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. This is an interesting start. We see like a goblin shark like swimming around right next to where Godzilla is. So that means he's in the lower part of like the dark depths of like the ocean and stuff like that. That's where usually goblin sharks are. And oh, look at that. Like, I swear, some of these could be like a good poster and stuff like that. This is like one of those cases. I'll get to more than that later. Oh, and here's Godzilla fighting Scalilas? I think that's her name. I always get her name wrong, so I do apologize. So, yeah. So it looks like she actually does have, like, a decent fight against, like, Godzilla and stuff like that. But we all know that Godzilla is the true winner. So, yeah. Okay, and then he leaves to search for new land and stuff. And it senses that poor Behemoth is like getting his ass beat by this ugly monster. I have no idea what that is. I mean, sure, they do explain like who it is and stuff like that, but since we only seen him in this graphic novel and not the movies themselves, yeah, I think he's kind of like a forgettable monster in my opinion. I just think that's what it is. But the point is, Godzilla senses that Behemoth is getting like damaged and stuff like that, and he joins the fight. And of course, he freaking dominates him. And then after this fight and letting Behemoth go, like to, you know, live and stuff like that, he needs to find a new home. And this is basically what the whole point of like this prequel novel is. He's trying to find like a home and stuff like that. Because for those who don't know, like from like Godzilla King of the Monsters, his home was blown up after trying to revive him with some more radiation after being like exposed to the oxygen destroyer. So yeah, apparently we have an oxygen destroyer this whole entire time in the Monsterverse. Which, that's terrifying. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I have no idea. Is that a Mosasaurus? We're not in the Jurassic Park period, you know? Oh, I think this is maybe like a time lapse, because in here it shows us like a timeline of like, or flashbacks what happened. Just like I said before, this is where Godzilla used to reside. It used to be Atlantis until it got blown up, thanks to one human, like, you know, the guy who says, "Let them fight." That guy. I always keep forgetting his name, but I do know it's that guy. That he sacrificed his life to save Godzilla's life. And all of a sudden he's gotten attacked by these, like, Jurassic piranha-looking fish. I have no idea what they are, but the point is that like the big fish comes out and bites Godzilla by the neck. And oh my god. Like, he rips out his spine! Or her spine. I don't know like, if it's a mother or a father. But the point is, look at that. Oh my god, that's brutal. I think I can't really show that. YouTube, please don't, because this is just a comic. Just please. Just, no. Okay, after that brutal scene, we get a little bit of a backstory about, like, what happened, like, long before his original home was destroyed. That long before, he used to have another home until he found that Atlantis. Until he got defeated by his number one rival, the Kong species. No, not King Kong. One of the members of the Kong species. And you can definitely tell why that Godzilla is mad at Kong. So no wonder. I mean, sure, it has been revealed that like in the New Empire and Godzilla vs. Kong that Godzilla and Kongs have been fighting each other like for a very long time, long before humanity even was around. So yeah, that's a bonus. And we get something like really interesting. But one thing, before we get to that, like look at Godzilla. He's like the king of the monsters. Just think of like the Lion King from Pride Rock. Like it just reminds me of that. And one thing I realized, like by looking at this, that is Mothra up there. Because once I was reading this book, I realized that also, for those who don't know, like from the movie, Mothra sacrificed herself to bring Godzilla to life and turned into burning Godzilla. So basically, the two became one. Godzilla will live, but the catch was that he has like some of like Mothra's good in him. So basically, like letting like Godzilla like spare Kong and stuff like that. I think that's like the reason why. Like, that's my personal opinion. That's like the reason why like Godzilla kept on sparing Kong. I mean, just for being defeated and letting him live, give him one more chance, and basically come to a truce. Like, you can stay down in the Hollow Earth, I'll stay up here and rule the Earth. And that's basically their truce and stuff like that. I could be wrong. If you guys know, please tell me down in the comments. And ooh, a really dark shadow of one of the Kongs. Holy moly. And this is where things start to get like a twist in Godzilla's view on humanity. I'll get to that in a bit when we get into that. So apparently like this octopus kaiju thing, I don't know what that is caught by one of the humans and stuff like the human experience and stuff like that. And Godzilla, he is not happy whatsoever. So he goes up and starts to attack them. And this is where Godzilla realizes that not every human is that trustworthy. And if you know why he started to attack like the apex and without like a single care, it's because of this reason right here. I mean, sure, I know the main reason like why, because he sensed like danger and stuff, but the point is like he's like doesn't really care about like the humans and stuff like that. Because in his eyes, we're basically like small ants. That's what he views, but still, though, every kaiju has their own opinion. If Mothra can worship humans because she's one of the few monsters that actually care about humanity, sure, why not? But the point is, humanity is attacking him, and this makes him furious, and then boom! Godzilla wins with an awesome photo. Like, seriously, I want this to be my profile, or one of my backgrounds. Like seriously, no wonder why. Alright, then after defeating the, that little headquarters over there, he scatters around, like, the Antarctic and stuff like that. And he just travels until he reaches his destination, where the original Kong defeated him for claiming the territory. So Godzilla reaches onto land, he roars at him to challenge him, but no roar. One thing I didn't realize, like, until now, those are eyes. I didn't see that. And you know whose eye that is? It's Titamus. For those who don't know, she is from, like, the New Empire. I'll get into, like, more, like, on the New Empire once, oops, sorry, like, after, like, when this battle is over. Because she, like, puts up more of a fight compared to, like, the New Empire and stuff like that. Like, she creates whirlpools and some, like, blind spray? I have no idea what that is. But it's something that blinds Godzilla. But he's part reptile after all, so he has infrared reds. He could see in red. So they fight off a little bit, and Titamus has one thing up her sleeve. She brings her down into, like, the depths of the ocean. If you want to know about, like Godzilla -1, they got that idea. So I have no idea, but she's not from like that universe. But every time I think of like going to the depths of the ocean, that just reminds me of -1 because of that reason. Anyway, but Godzilla manages to pull her onto land, and he freaking stomps on her. What a savage! But he's a kind god, and of course he lets her go. But she lets out a hiss. And Godzilla releases his mighty roar. And Titamus realizes, yeah, she is not right up there to Godzilla's level. So she went off. And you're wondering, where does she go? To the Antarctic, where she would die by Godzilla's hand so he can upgrade. So, yeah, by the end, it's not going to work out for her. So I do feel kind of bad for her, but hey, the movie has to go on and they have to put her as a cameo even though she's gonna die later. So, yeah. So after defeating her and claiming the land as his own, he realizes that the Kong that he fought had passed on. Maybe the hands of Titamus? I have no idea. But the point is, even though that it was a shame that he never got a chance to defeat his rival, but there is one more Kong out in the world, and that is King Kong. And he'll be ready to fight him. And that is where the comic ends. And this is a really good prequel. I really do like this prequel. And now, let's get back to me! Yeah, this is a really interesting book. Because some of these things I didn't even know that was foreshadowing. Especially the characters and stuff like that. Like Titamus that was revealed like in Godzilla New Empire. And she ultimately made the shocking death of like the whole entire movie. So yeah, like even more terrifying than Scar Kings, but the more you know. I'd like to know from you guys, what do you think of Godzilla Dominion? Do you like this prequel novel and how it foreshadows events from later on in the 2 movies? I would like to know in the comments down below. Just please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.